Camp Happy Trails really are to die for. Alright. That's the lore we've got so far. And I've kind of mostly set up the entire game already, just to skip some stuff. There's a couple randomized things I need to do, and I wanted to do that on camera. Every time you get the killer, you get a finale card, which is their top half of the art, and they each have like a dark power, a special power. So I'm going to randomize the 3 finales. Put one out there now. Then I will randomize the dark power. There might be some barking, so I'll try and keep her to not do it, but we'll see. And then the way that you set up the terror deck, which is like essentially the turn, counter, and what they do on their turn, the bad guy. You choose the deck of terror cards from the killer that you're playing and the deck of cards from Camp Happy Trails, and then you shuffle them together, and then you take 10. So I've already shuffled this a few times. I'm going to shuffle it one more time and deal out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's our terror deck. All the rest of them just get removed from the game. That's here. And the last thing we do, if you watch a lot of horror movies, normally if they kill the killer, a lot of the times they're not actually dead, or if the final girl gets killed, a lot of the times they're not actually dead and they come back at the last second. So the way they did that thematically is the last health token. These are going to be randomized. On 2 or 3 of them, there's extra health. So if you would die, you flip it over, and if it's blank like this, then you're actually dead. If it's not blank like this, you come back with that much health. So I'm going to shuffle these up, and both myself and the killer get one. All right, so this one will go to Hans, who has 12 life, including this. And then this one will come to Laurie, who has 5 life, including that. And the rest of these go back in the box without looking. Excuse me. The other thing for random setup is that each location has different setups. We randomly got skinny dipping. So all the victims, which are the yellow meeples, are hanging out around the lake. And then we've set up random item piles. There's 3 random piles of 4 with the top one face up. Those you have to go to certain spots. It's going to be hard to see on the camera, but utility shed up here is outlined in orange, and that matches this right pile. The cabins matches the left pile, and the docks, where I am, match the middle pile. So I do have miniatures, but I switched it out for meeples just so you can see easier. So the pink is me, the final girl. The red is the killer. And all the yellow are campers or counselors or whoever else he's killing. Other things for setup. We start our terror track on 4 based off of this, so that's why this is here. We start our time track on 6. And I think that we're good to go. The last thing we need to do, and I'll go through the first turn together. We start with all of our cards that cost 0 time in the bottom right. 6 of them. 2 walks, 2 focuses, 1 weak attack, and 1 short rest. So we get those in our hand to start. We start with 2 dice because the horror is at 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, you get 2 dice. If we get it down to 1, we get 3 dice. And if it goes above 6, we go down to 1 die. And the last thing we need to do is reveal our first event. So the first event is boyfriend. If he's willing to die for me, who am I to stop him? So it says the victim closest to you is now your boyfriend. If the boyfriend dies in your space, start the next action phase with 12 time. So we want our boyfriend to die here. He's going to sacrifice himself for us. So basically the closest victim to me, which would be him, gets replaced with this blue meeple. And now we know he's our boyfriend. So if he dies in our space, we get to start the next action phase with a bunch of time, which is good. That's our resource. And if the boyfriend leaves play, we discard this card. Okay. So the first thing you do on every turn is take your action phase. So when you take your action phase, you're going to play cards to do actions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to walk and go get my boyfriend. So walk, this is what an action card looks like. Normally there's going to be 3 tiers of success. And when you roll your dice, if you get no successes, that's red, something will happen. One success, you'll get this, and 2 successes, you'll get that, 2 or more. So I'm going to play this, and when you play it, you can just put it into a discard pile. I'm rolling 2 dice because I'm at horror level 4. We'll see what we get. Okay, so stars are successes. So we got 2 successes. The distribution of the dice, there are 2 stars on sides 5 and 6. On sides 3 and 4, it shows this symbol. And what this means is you can discard 2 cards from your hand to make it a success. And then 2 just full-on misses. But we got 2 successes. So if we look at this, 2 successes is move up to 2 spaces. And then the arrow, I have to lose 1 time. So I'm going to move up to 2 spaces. I want to go get the boyfriend. So I'm going to go get him. That's 1 space. When you move out of a space, up to 2 victims can follow you. And if you bring them, there are a couple green spaces. Again, it's going to be hard to see. There's outlined. If you bring victims to an escape and you save them, they go onto your card and give you a benefit. So I want to move. I'll move 1 more into here. So I get to bring him with me. That's the first thing I did. I might try and walk again and bring 2 to the exit here. So I'm gonna, let's try and walk again. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice. All right, I missed. So 2 misses. That's a full-on miss. So when you walk and you miss, you have 2 options. You can move up to a space and lose a health and then lose 2 time, or not move at all and just lose 2 time. Do I want to lose a health already? I think I do. So I'm going to move 1 space. I'm going to take 2 of them with me. I lose 1 health. And I lose 2 time. Oh, I should have lost the time for the first walk. Sorry. And that's subtract here. You start with 6, so now I'm down to 3. Now I'm going to focus. So focusing is a way to bring the horror down. So I'm going to try and move the horror down and get 2 more time if I get 2 successes. Here we go. 1 success. So with 1 success, you still get to decrease the horror by 1. That's the little hockey mask with a cross through it. But then I lose a time. So I'm going to move this down to 3 and lose a time. I'm going to try and focus 1 more time. Double miss. So when you double full-on miss, you just lose 2 time. So I'm down to 0 time. Now you can optionally discard 1 card for 1 time each, and I'm going to do it with my last 2 cards. So I'm going to go back up to 2 time. I have no more cards to play, so I'm done. You can obviously just choose to be done if you want to hold on to cards. So that's the action phase. You're just playing action cards. Then we go to the planning phase. So now you're going to use whatever time you have left over to purchase new cards from this market. So I only have 2 time, unfortunately. And I think I'm going to take a guard just in case. No, maybe I'll take a sprint. Yeah, let's take a sprint. So basically this is just going to let me move more because this is the only card I'm going to have because I spent all my time. So I spend that time. No more time to spend, so I'm done. Then after you buy cards, any cards that you played that turn, so all of these 0 cost cards, go to the market that you can buy next turn. So all those will cost me 0 next turn. Then you reset the time to 6 for next round. Then we go to the killer phase. First thing we do is resolve the killer action, which is up here. Oh God, I hit it with my head. Sorry. So up here, the killer action. This shows the target for Hans. He wants to target the closest final girl or victim, which would be right here, and then he would attack. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a move to do that. So if he were already in our space, he would then attack. But because he's not going to do anything. So we've done the killer action, and now he gets to draw a terror card. It says, Hans wants me. He's always wanted me. So this symbol on the left means he targets the final girl. That's me. Then he is going to move 2 spots towards me. Or he's going to move twice, I'm sorry. So on this track here, it tells us his move right now is 1. So he gets to move twice. So he gets to move 1, and then he's in our space, so he's not going to move again. And then the knife means he's going to attack. Now he's going to attack me. And his attack value right now is 2. So he hits me for 2. This might be a short game. Okay. Now we go to the upkeep phase. Actually, real quick before we do that, this is the first time this has ever happened. I think he actually might kill a victim. I know he targeted me, but I think... Or maybe that's just if, let's see. Okay, no. If he had targeted either the final girl or a victim, he would kill the victim. But since it was specifically me, he's going to hit me. So, this is bad. Then we go to the upkeep phase. We go to the panic phase. So if a victim was killed this phase, during the killer phase, if any victims were killed, any other victims in the killer spot would panic out of that spot, potentially. Then we go to the upkeep phase. We would reveal this finale if no tarot cards were left. And then I could rearrange my items if I want. I don't have any items. So now it's back to me. Now if I don't leave the spot, he's going to kill a victim, which might be okay because I want him to kill the boyfriend. I'm also about to die. If I play the sprint card and fail though, then I'm going to lose a health. So I think I'm going to just risk it for the biscuit. I'm not going to play any cards. I'm just going to stay. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So we go to the planning phase. So I get 6 time to buy. I'm going to take all my 0 cost cards back. So that's 6 cards, 7. You can only have 10 cards. So I've got 6 to buy. I think I'm going to buy this Retaliate for 4. This lets me ignore damage from an attack just in case. And then I'm also going to buy a Guard. This also lets me, it's basically a defense card. There's 2 defense cards, Guard and Retaliate. Guard prevents damage, Retaliate prevents damage, and does damage back. Okay, so that's all my time. Then I would reset to 6. Then we go to the killer phase. He's going to do his killer action, which is to kill a victim, or he's going to target a victim or the final girl in his space, which there happens to be both. Then he's going to kill somebody. Because there's victims and the final girl, he's going to target a victim. I'm going to have him kill my boyfriend. So whenever he kills a boyfriend, this goes to the dead victims. He gets a bloodlust every time he kills it, so this goes up here, which modifies his attack and movement, which is still 2 attack, 1 1 move. Now this boyfriend card gets discarded because he's dead. And now we are going to draw a terror card. He kept swinging his hammer and killing and killing. It says if there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. There are victims, so otherwise he's going to target the nearest victim, move to them, and attack them. So he's in the spot, he's just going to kill another one, which knocks this up. Now this symbol means the horror goes up 1. And then he's going to target the next victim, move towards them, and kill them. So he's going to move in here, kill another one. Bloodlust is going up. So not great. But because my boyfriend was killed, I am going to start my next action phase of 12 time. Then we do the panic phase. There are no more victims in the spot. Upkeep phase. No finale. No items to work. So it's back to me. This is bad. I think I'm going to try and... What the heck do I do? I'm going to try and focus and bring the terror down. I'd like the terror to get to 1 so I can start rolling 3 dice. Cheers! Alright, so I lose 2 time for that. Total fail. Then to focus again. Oh no. Uh-oh. It's on camera, so it's going to be bad. Alright, let's sprint. Let's try and go away from here. Alright, so I can discard 2 cards to get a success. If I get 1 success, I can move up just 2 spaces and lose a time. So that's fine. I'm going to get rid of my weak attack and short rest to move up to 2 spaces and lose 1 time. If I start saving some victims, yeah, let's go 1, 2. And then I'm going to walk. Got 1 success, so I can move up to 1 space and lose a time. Let's go into here. And I think I'm going to stay there. I'm in the cabins. So if I buy a search card, I can start getting some items, which I might need here. Because he's going to start, unless he targets me, he's going to move into there to make out point, kill those 2 victims. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to these 3 cards. Then we go to the planning phase. So I still have 6 time left to buy. So I'm going to buy a search for 2. Puts me down to 4. I'm going to buy a distraction for 3. I'm going to hope that I can roll 2 successes to move the terror down by 2. And I have 1 left, and I'll just buy this close call. Basically, it's a reroll 1 die for free, or you can reroll all your dice for 2 time. So that's going to reset to 6. I've got my hand of cards. And we go to the killer phase. So if there were any victims or myself in his spot, he would attack. There's not, so we go to the terror card. Run for your life. If there are no victims on the board, discard this and draw the next one. Otherwise, all victims that are not in your space must panic. So we'll do that first. So basically, we're going to go through each victim and roll a die. And depending on what they roll, they may follow a path if it follows that number. So we'll do this guy here. It's a 5, so 3 through a 6, he's going to move into the killer space. This guy's going to stay. We'll do these 2 down here. A 3 moves 1 here. So they're just panicking. A 1, he's going to stay. And then the top left, 6 moves on here. Okay, so they've all panicked now. And then he's going to target the closest victim or final girl, the one in his spot. He's going to kill him. Which moves us up, which means the terror up, or the horror. And then he's going to target the closest victim and move towards them. This is terrible. Bad. Okay, so he's done. We go to the panic phase. It says, if a victim was killed this turn, then all victims in the killer space panic. So he's going to panic again. 4, and he does move out of there, at least. Good for you, dude. All these should be back here. I think all of these are 0s. No, the sprint was not. Okay, back to me. I think I want to... Man. Yeah, let's search these cabins. So I'm going to search. 2 dice. I got 1 success. I could make it 2. So for 1 success, I could take the top item of my space, which is it's fireworks. So if I have fireworks, I can spend 2 time to place the fireworks token in my space or an adjacent space. Whenever the killer must choose a target, they will choose the fireworks instead. Discard the fireworks when the killer enters the space. So basically, we're luring him to the fireworks. Now, if I definitely want that, I don't want to spend 2 cards. I think I do want that. All right, but he's only gonna move 1, and it'll kill him anyways. So maybe I do want more than that. If I make it 2 successes, I get the top 2 items. Choose 1. So I could get a weapon or something. Let's just take the fireworks. So I will take the fireworks. That goes in my backpack. I'll just keep it here for now. And then we get the fireworks token. Okay, so on my turn, I can spend 2 time to place it into an adjacent spot or my spot. I don't think I'm going to do it yet. I'm just going to hold on to that in my backpack. You can also have 2 hands worth of items. These don't cost any hands, so I can just keep it in my backpack. I just have my dice tray there, so I'm not putting them there. Okay, let's do a distraction. I would like to get 2 successes here. I got potentially 1. I got to make it 1. So I will spend 2 to make it a success. Move the horror down by 1 and gain a time. Oh, I think I was supposed to lose time when I searched. I was. Lose 1, then gain 1. So I'm still at 6. And then I think I'll be done for now. So I'm going to go to the planning phase. I'll take all these 0s back. So I'm at 7 cards. I'm going to search again. That's 2. And I'm going to take a sprint for 2. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will take another sprint for 2. Okay, these cards are going to go back. Walk, distraction, search. All right, killer phase. He would kill a victim in space if there was one. There is not, so we go to the terror card. Dark Feast. So horror goes up by 1. And for every victim that is dead, Hans recovers a health. Well, he's at full health, so that does not help him, which is good. Alright, he didn't kill anybody, so there's no panicking, no upkeep. So it's back to me. I'm going to search again. Yeah. Search again. Ooh, 2 successes. So I get to take the top 2. Keep 1. So I've got a bear trap. It says I can spend 2 time to place the bear trap in my space. If the killer enters the space with the bear trap, I discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. And the killer gets 2 wounds. That's pretty good. Or Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Discard during the action phase to make a horror roll. For each star, choose one of the following. I can get 2 time, recover a health, lose a horror, or move a space. These are both good. I just don't trust my rolling. So I'm going to take the bear trap. And for this, I can either put it on top face up or put it on the bottom. And I think I'll put it on the bottom. But I don't get to see the top one in this case. So now I've got a bear trap. So I could put the bear trap and the fireworks on the same spot. Lure him there. End the killer phase and damage him. I'm going to wait till... He's almost definitely going to kill that one. So I'm going to wait till he starts coming around to here. So now I'm going to... I think I want to do focus and get this... Try and get the horror level down a little bit. I could get 1 success. I'm going to do it. So weak attack I'll get rid of. And short rest. And that lets me... Sorry, I keep covering them up. I get to decrease the horror by 1, but I lose a time. Horror's down to 4, down to 5 time. I'm going to try and focus again. 1 success. So same thing. I lose a horror, but I also lose a time. And now I think I sprint. I'm going to try and save some of these victims. Okay. Well, I failed. So I can either lose a health and lose 2 time, or move a space, lose a health, lose 2 time, and immediately end my action phase. Well, I'm losing health either way. I think I will do I'll still move a space. I'll move a space, lose a health, I'm down to my final health. Move a space, lose a health, lose 2 time, and I end my action phase. Now, when I'm on my final health, I always roll 1 extra die for everything. So I'm going to leave that there. I do have 2, I get any zeros back. I have 2 to buy. I honestly might just take some rerolls in case I need to guard or retaliate. Yeah, let's do that. All these go back. Okay. Let me go to the killer phase. There's no one for him to kill. Draws a terror card. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next one. Otherwise, he targets the closest victim, moves twice towards him, and then kills him. Dead. You dead. Alright, so now this one up here is going to trigger his dark power. So we're going to see what his dark power is. He gets feed. For every victim that Hans kills, he also recovers a health. Alright, so he gets that for the rest of the time, which is bad. This is not going well. Okay, so let's yikes. Alright, let's try and sprint. I want to save some of these victims. Down here on my card, I'll get to it actually if I do it. Okay, so I got 1, sorry, this should be reset to 6. I got 1 success, so I can move up to 2 spaces and I lose a time. Okay, so I'm going to move 1, and I can only bring 2 people with me. This is a green space, so if you bring any victims to a green exit space, you can save them. So I'm going to save both of them. Now when you save them, you can put them onto your board. Oh, also, I should have rolled an extra die, because I'm down to my final health. Ooh. Okay. Do I want to move 3 spaces? 1. I think I do. I'm going to spend 2 cards to make that 3 spaces. So I still have 2 more moves. You can put these onto these spots and you'll get benefits. Now if you save, in this case 6, I get to flip her card over and I get a special ability. So I want to save a lot of victims. Unfortunately, he's already killed most of them. So I'm going to put one here to decrease the terror by 1. And then I will move 1 space. And then I have 2 more move left. So I'm going to go 1, save another one. And I can take an action card that costs 2 time or less. I might take another guard because I'm only 2 spaces away. Oh no, you can't go that way. Yeah, I can. I'm only 2 spaces away from him. Okay, and then I have 1 more space. I'm going to move away from him. Now, I think I'm going to spend 2 time to put the fireworks down here. And I'm going to spend... Yeah, let's just do that. I'm not going to put the bear trap down, but I am going to try and walk away from him right now. So I still get the extra die. So I got to spend 2 if I want the success. I will spend 2. And I get to move up to 1 space and lose the time. Down to 2 time. What do I buy here? I'm definitely going to take these. And I have 2 to buy. I think I'll just buy a sprint. Try and get out of there. Okay, so this goes back here. Guards there. Those are free. That's there. Okay. Now he's going to go. No one to kill in a spot, so we're going to draw a terror card. He's just standing there. So 2 horror to 4. Then he's going to target the final girl or victim that's closest. And then move twice towards them. So because we have the fireworks, he's going to move towards that. Which on 4, he's going to go 1, 2. And now this gets removed. And that's it. So that's gone. So that basically bought us 1 turn. And now it is to me. This should be reset to 6. Let's see. I need to get the heck out of there. So I'm going to sprint. 2 successes. I can move up to 3 spaces. And I spend 1 time. 1, 2, 3. 1 time. I'd like to get to the docks to search, but I don't have any more movement actually right now. So I'm going to focus. Try and get the horror level down. I don't like that. Alright, I'm going to spend 2 cards to make that 1 success. Move the horror down 1, spend a time, and I'm going to focus again. Yikes. I think I'll just fail and lose 2 time because I want to hold on to these guard and retaliates because that's the only way I'm going to survive. Okay, so I'm going to buy now. I have 2 to buy. I'll buy these 2 and a sprint. These come back. This resets. He's gonna go. No one to go to. Terror card. What's that noise? Let's go and see. All victims move 1 space towards the closest enemy. You stupid victims. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move them together. Then he's gonna target the closest. He's gonna target those victims. Oh, okay. So he's gonna target them, then attack. There's no one for him to attack. Then he's gonna target 1 and move. So his movement is now 2. 1, 2. So he's moving towards him. Okay, now it's back to me. I'm going to sprint and try and rescue these. That's just going to be me and him. Okay, so I got 1 success. 1, 2. I'd like to move 3, so I need to spend 2. Yeah, I'm going to spend my 2 walks to make it 2 successes. So I get to move up to 3 spaces. I lose 1 time. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to rescue them both. I'll get 2 more time. And 2 more time. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I have 9 time. I'm going to spend 2 of that time to put down the bear trap. 2, 3. Yeah, I'll put it there. Wait. Oh, in my space. Okay, so I'll put it in my space here. And that's it. I'm gonna buy a distraction for 3. That's gonna help me bring the horror down. I'll take all these free ones for free. So that was 3. I have 4 left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 left. I'll take a search for 2. And 2 close calls for 1 each. Reset this to 6. He's gonna go. No one for him to kill. I'm gonna do the next tarot card. Fire. Roll a die to determine which space bursts into flames. The utility shed bursts into flames. All victims in that space are killed. Discard all items from that space. If you or an enemy are there, you each lose health. So all the utility shed items are gone. It's burned down. I don't think there's a token for that. Let's see. Nope. Okay, that's fine though. There's no items there. So now all those items are gone. There were no victims. So it's back to me. That means the only spot I can get any items are the dock. So let's see. First thing I'm going to do, distraction. I'm going to try and, if I can get the horror down by 2, then I'll get an extra die. So I'll get 4 dice. Look at that. 2 successes. I'll bring the horror down by 2 and I gain 2 time. So now I get to roll 4 dice. Okay. I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna focus and bring the horror down by 1 more. That way if he bumps it, I don't lose that die. 2 successes, so I go down a horror and I gain 2 more time. Okay. Oh shit, I don't have a move. Uh-oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I guess that's fine. I'm just gonna buy cards now. I'm gonna hang out there. Because worst case he moves in here. I thought I bought a sprint. Nope. Oh, these should be over here. So I can buy those this turn. One was a sprint, I'm assuming. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have 10 to buy. I mean, I gotta buy a sprint for 2. And I think I try and start healing now. So I'll buy this long rest for 5. I could heal 4. So I'm down to 3. Unfortunately, there's nothing else I can do with those 3. So I'm just bumping it back to 6. He can't do anything there, so he draws a card. He just keeps coming. And he won't stop coming, and he won't stop coming. Okay, he's going to target me, move towards me. He moves right now 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4. All right, 1, 2. Then he would attack me. No one to attack. Back to me. So after next round, our timer is out. So he's going to flip his finale card, which usually makes him stronger, unfortunately. So I need to get to the docks. So I'm going to sprint. Wow, that was bad. Okay, I'm going to have to spend 2. I will spend, actually, these 2 to make it 1 success. I move up to 2 spaces and I lose 1 time. Unfortunately, I left that bear trap there. That was so stupid. Oh, that was stupid. I mean, he can get to me no matter what, and I can't move after this. I'm going to long rest, though, so hopefully he won't be able to kill me. All right. I got to get 2 successes here. I'll be at full health. 1, I will spend 2 to make it 2. So I lose 1 time, and I gain 4 health. I really need to find a weapon or something, or at least try and bait him into this bear trap. I'm going to search now. So I do lose this die because I'm no longer down to my last health. So I'm back down to 3. Try and get something here. 1, I can make it 2. So I can either... Right now I've got the mysterious pills. Discard those during the action phase and choose one of the following. Bring down the terror by 1, or the horror by 1, or heal 2. Yeah, I think I have to take that. So I lose 1 time and take the top item. And I think I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll keep that there for now. Unfortunately, there's nothing else I can really do. I'm gonna hold on to this focus. So now I'm gonna buy. Take these walks. Those are free. And I've got 3 left. I think I'm gonna take another distraction. Oh, I guess I could have gotten... I'm gonna pitch a card to get 1 more time. So that way, instead of taking a distraction, I can take this Furious Strike. Start hitting them. So now I'm reset to 6. Search goes. Close call. Long rest. Sprint. And distraction. Okay. Here we go. So he's gonna go. Nothing you can do. He's gonna draw this. Let's go see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Okay. So the killer started the game right here, according to our setup card. And then he raises the horror level by 1. And then we're going to draw an event card. So we've got an event. Dark Waters. If you go for a swim, you ain't ever coming back. Place the Dark Waters token at the lake. All victims at the lake are killed. Whenever a victim enters the lake, they're killed immediately. So this just stays out for the rest of the time. Put that there as a reminder. Any victims that go there are dead. Okay, no one died. He didn't come get me, that's good. But now, when we go to the upkeep phase, there are no more terror cards, so he is going to get his finale, the Butcher Bloodlust. So now on his turn, he's going to increase Bloodlust, then target the nearest final girl or victim, move up to his move value twice towards them, and then attack. So he's pretty much going to hit me every time now, or a victim. I'd really like to get 1 more victim, though. Actually, let's see. Yeah. I need to save 1 more victim to get my ability, because it's pretty strong. Unfortunately, all I have to do right now is walk. I am going to discard this on the action phase to decrease horror by 1. Give me that extra die again. Why didn't I buy a search? That was so stupid. I need to search for a weapon. I guess I'm going to try and run then. Or walk. I get an extra die. Oh, yeah. So I'm only at 3 dice. Shit. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. 1 success. That's fine. Yeah. I spend 1 time to move 1. That way he moves here and he's going to get hurt. And I'm just going to end my turn. So I have 5 to buy. I need to take these back. I think I start sprinting. So that's 2. And then I think I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 3 left. I think I'll take a distraction in case he tries to buff up the horror again. Up to 6. Okay. This goes over here. Now we're going to follow this now. So he increases Bloodlust by 1. Then he's going to target the nearest person. That would be me. Move. He essentially gets to move 4. 1, 2. He hits my bear trap. Loses 2 health. So he's down to 10. And he ends his turn immediately. Right? And the killer phase. Yep. Nice. Okay. Back to me. So he's in my space. So while he's here, I'm going to play Furious Strike. So I'm going to try and give that booty a little smack. 2 successes. That's 2 damage. So he is down to 8. And I get to decrease the horror by 1. Awesome. Now I'm going to sprint and try and save these, at least 1 more of these victims. 1 success. I'd really like 2. Or 1, 2, 3. Do I have a walk? I do. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of a focus and a short rest. So I'm gonna spend the time and move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to walk and try and save them. 2 successes, move up to 2 spaces and spend the time. I'm at an exit space, so I get to save them both. So the first one, unfortunately, I get to heal one, but I'm at full health. So it doesn't help me at all. But now, I do get to flip over to my finale card. Whenever I am in the same space as an enemy and inflict damage, I do an additional damage. And now for each additional victim saved, I receive an extra time. So it did save the 1 extra. So I go back up to 5. So now I just need to save up on some damage. So I think what I'm going to do is spend a focus for 1 extra time, bump it to 6, end my turn. I will buy this critical blow for 6 and take my walk for free. Put these cards back. Sprint, Furious Strike. All right, here we go. So he's going to increase Bloodlust, which increases the horror. He's going to target me and move 4 towards me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is in my spot. He's going to attack me for 3. Now I am going to play a Retaliate and hopefully ignore all that damage. I got 1 success, so this does say reduce damage from the attack by 2. So he does hit me for 1, but I do get to hit him back for 1. And I inflict 1 damage onto him, but because I'm on my finale side, I get to do an additional damage. So he is down to 6. And now it's back to me. And I think I'm going to... Sorry, this should be a 6. I'm going to play a Critical Blow. Hope I get those 2 stars. I got 1. And I will play Walk and Distraction to make that 2. So I do 3 damage plus 1 is 4. Down to 2. And I get to decrease the horror level by 1. And now if I get this, I potentially win. So I'm going to play Weak Attack. Roll 3. Oh no, I can't. I don't have 2 cards with this card. So that means I lose a health. And I end my turn. No. Okay, so I get to buy though. So I'm gonna buy another guard for 2. And I will buy a Furious Strike for 4. And I'll take all these cards back. Okay. These are all going back. Distraction, Critical Blow, and Retaliate. He's gonna go. Bloodlust goes up. He's hitting for 4 now. Okay, he's gonna attack me. I'm gonna play guard. Try and ignore it. Oh no! Okay, so I do get to play... I can play another one. So for this one, I reduce the attack by 1. I think I can play another one, actually. This might matter, because I'll die. No. Okay, defending. Can only play in reaction. I can use multiple reaction cards 1 at a time against the same attack. Okay. Whew. Alright. Please. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna spend 2. So I will reduce it by a total of 3. Reduce it by 2, reduce it by 1. Yeah. So he hits me for 1. Alright. Back to me. This is it. Furious Strike. I gotta hit it. I gotta do at least 1 damage. Okay. 1. Yeah, let's do that. So I do 1 damage plus my extra 1, so 1 goes here, and this is it. If this is a blank on the end, on the other side, then we win. Yeah, baby! That's it. GG's! That's tense. I probably would have lost if I didn't come right there. And that's it. It's a fairly simple card loop. There is a lot of dice rolling, but there's a fair amount of mitigation, especially if you work on getting your horror down to get extra dice. And like I kind of liked going down to 1 health for a while when I felt safe because I got the extra die roll. But that's it. Each all these events and items are very specific to this map. So like the lake being instant kill, that's all unique to that map. And then some of these, if you see, there's like the little tent in the bottom right. That's because it is unique to Happy Trails, and that pig is unique to Hans. So anytime you play any killer with any map, you shuffle those up. So there's always a different thing of terror cards. The only thing that's constant is this market of cards. Your cards are always going to be the same. There are a couple, I think there's 2 maps maybe, or 1 killer on 1 map that adds 2 cards. And then obviously your final girl's a little bit different here and there. All the rewards are different. Their health is different. Final ability is different. But that's it. It was close. We started off week, no weapons. I didn't kill him with a single weapon. Just the bear trap and a couple fireworks. But that's it, boys. I'm going to hop off. I think Role Player Adventures is going to be here pretty soon. I might do a little streaming on that today. We will see. But one little slurp for the road. All right, boys. That's it. Take a look at Laurie. She looks a little grumpy. She ready for a nap. Peace.